This program shows drugs being made, sold, and used. It features graphic content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. New Orleans, Louisiana. Mardi Gras. 2 months of carnivals building up to Mardi Gras night. As tourists flock in, so too do the drug dealers.
Perfect time, perfect opportunity.
Police are clamping down around the city. But 2 dealers are going head to head.
This is my mother's.
One selling real drugs, one selling fake.
Oh, it's Mardi Gras. If you buy it, I'll sell it.
As the countdown to midnight begins,
If you bunking, gonna smash your ass.
the party threatens to get ugly.
You got no other choice but to kill him.
This New Orleans, bro, it's dirty.
Dro, weed, pills, coke, meth, ecstasy, anything. Any kind of if it's a drug, we can get it. It's coming through us.
Escobar is a drug distributor. He works for the Mexican crime syndicates.
Each cartel, they have their own distribution center, I guess, like contractors. You know, they want people to distribute their.
During New Orleans Mardi Gras, the demand for drugs doubles. It's Escobar's busiest time of year. His base is in Houston, between the supply in Mexico and the demand in New Orleans.
Mardi Gras, right now everybody wants to get. That's where it's going. Mardi Gras is the spot right now. It's like a season. We wait for Mardi Gras. That's when you make a lot of money.
Tonight, Escobar's team is packing marijuana.
Weed on this one. That's what I'm sending down for Mardi Gras.
Here we go. Getting ready.
As far as the mule is concerned, armed protection is part of the job.
He says they go, they go. All right, no problem. Appreciate the backup. I'm just the truck driver that's distributing your groceries across the United States.
Uncle Sam has been a trafficker for 12 years. Tonight he's packing a 20-pound load of weed. But there's nothing he won't touch.
I move drugs to guns to trafficking humans to large sums of money. I love to travel. Being in a vehicle going across the United States, whether it's New Orleans or Florida, or I just love to drive.
When Mardi Gras comes around, Uncle Sam makes the 5.5-hour drive to New Orleans several times a week.
Each product pays a different price for being a mule. Well, let's just say on 50 pounds of marijuana, I might get $8,000 to move it. Cocaine, I might get 12 to 15 on a load.
The greater the risk, the higher the pay.
Marijuana is a lesser charge, and cocaine is, even though it being its powder form, they hit you for crack cocaine. And there's no little sentence on crack cocaine.
Although carnival season lasts 2 months, tourists only arrive in serious numbers during the final 2 weeks. For dealers, now is the time to make a killing.
We're gonna go out there, we're gonna hit the French Quarter. We ain't gonna sleep, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get a little bit more of this PC Slim, baby, paper chase Slim. Mardi Gras, you heard me? The parade's just kicking off. They want to party.
The dealers have only 12 days left to cash in on the tourists.
You want some Marlies? $25 a pop.
PC Slim is a mid-level dealer from the deprived lower 9th Ward. During Mardi Gras, he has to turn on the hard sell.
You pop the capsule open, and you can taste it yourself right here.
He's geared his business to supply the one drug all the partygoers want.
Let's see them pop them. Molly World, PC Slim. Molly World is my world. You want tamales? We got it. I got the super Molly.
Molly, or pure MDMA, is one of PC Slim's specialties. Its euphoric effects can last up to 6 hours.
Once you spend $25 one time, you're gonna call me back and you're gonna say, man, you got some more of that? And I'll be like, hell yeah.
PC Slim heads up a small street gang, and he's got big ambitions.
4 racks or 5 racks on Mardi Gras day with your clique? Hey, it don't take number 3, 4 with you. I'ma show my natural black.
He's hoping to make $12,000 over Mardi Gras, but just when he should be cashing in, he hits a supply problem.
I done got low. I already got enough to hold me up for about another 2 days.
Every day without drugs will make his cash target harder to reach. Uncle Sam's on his second trip to New Orleans in 4 days. For him, trafficking Molly can be almost as much of a buzz as users get from using the drug itself.
What's addictive about it is I got all this weight on me. I gotta get over here with this product and my freedom. Here we go. Your heart starts racing, wanting to jump out of the vehicle because you're so excited. You know, it's like having a brand new baby.
Only one main road runs between Houston and New Orleans, the I-10. It gives the authorities a chance to catch the traffickers before they get the drugs to New Orleans.
Well, there's really no avoiding now. You know, you just gotta be alert. You gotta look for them before they find you. Once you see a highway patroller, oh no, let me check my speed, make sure that's good, sweaty palms. And when a cop pulls you over, that's what they look for, you know, all the signs.
Uncle Sam prefers to operate at night because by day, the I-10 is owned by this man.
Everybody knows that drug dealers actively try to recruit folks that they think may not be interdicted. When you're interacting with someone, they just seem to respond differently to our presence, our questions, than what the other motorists do. Sometimes it's totally explainable, and sometimes it really leads us to draw the conclusion that, hey, this person might be an in-transit criminal of some sort.
Since they last appeared on Drugs, Inc., Sergeant Jeff Cole and his team have seized over $2 million worth of drugs. They've just stopped a car heading back towards Houston from New Orleans. A search has unearthed $5,000 in cash.
Who you on probation for, man?
I caught a drug charge way back in like 05.
Pretty serious drug charge, ain't you? It's 2014. You still on paper?
Yeah, but I just got out of prison in 2012.
Man, what kind of drug charge you had, man? It's pretty serious.
Well, I caught a cocaine of 168 grams.
Anyone with prior drug charges is going to raise suspicions.
There's a birthday coming up. I was gonna surprise her. You can ruin the surprise.
The driver claims the money belongs to his girlfriend, and he's using it to buy her a surprise present.
You're going to buy her a car as a surprise with her income tax money?
Faced with an incredible story, a rental car and $5,000 in cash, Sergeant Cole is skeptical.
All right, man. I'll try not to give up your gig.
But when Cole gets off the phone with the man's girlfriend,
She kind of validated the story to a certain extent. I still think it's rehearsed.
the story checks out.
All right, well, great. Let him go. Let's get on.
The driver is free to go, but Cole still has his doubts.
If it were to be a contraband trafficking scenario, particularly related to drugs, westbound, this would be a currency smuggling or going to purchase and bringing the money with them to make a drug purchase and then do a return trip.
Traffic violation turn into a search and seizure. Lost your car, your freedom, your product.
Even if Uncle Sam gets past the ring of law enforcement, the danger's not over. New Orleans has a reputation for gang-on-gang robbery.
I don't mind going over there, but I try to ask, what part of New Orleans am I going into? Is it the hood? Questions I gotta ask, because I'm gonna come back. I like to come home. But somewhere along the line, something's gonna happen.
New Orleans has one of the highest murder rates in the country. Much of the violence is fueled by the drug trade.
They hitting you, straight up hitting you. You getting hit. Pow, boom, come and shake you out your shoes. You ain't going home, you going to bed, you going to sleep. It's gonna be a permanent nap.
With 10 days of frantic drug dealing to go, PC Slim needs to claim a spot and protect it. There are often turf wars between competing dealers.
My hot spot tonight is Canal Street. You know, you got people spending $200, $300, $400 at a time.
As PC Slim and his gang work the French Quarter, searching for customers, they've already become targets themselves for undercover cops.
You don't know what we look like. You don't know who we are. You don't know what we do. The sheer numbers of people, I think, allows these dealers to believe that they can remain anonymous. Just as they feel they can remain anonymous, that's one of our greatest strengths is working undercover here. We can remain anonymous.
Over the Mardi Gras period, the DEA has a dozen operatives working to flush out the street dealers.
Mardi Gras is a world-renowned event, so it attracts tourists from all over the world, really. With that, of course, comes the criminal element, and with the criminal element comes drugs and drug trafficking.
With dealers trying to get to New Orleans from all over Louisiana and Texas, law enforcement agencies across the state are taking action. They're throwing a ring of steel around the city. It's 4 a.m. in suburban Lake Charles. The Calcasieu Parish Combined Anti-Drug Team is gearing up for a raid. The timing is crucial.
The suspects have re-upped. We'd like to try to move pretty quickly to get the most product as we can off the streets. Already got surveillance out there monitoring the target location. When we know there's weapons at the house, we always like to use SWAT team. They're trained for that. They know how to handle situations.
Facing armed dealers, the team needs to rely on the element of surprise. They're going in when they're least expected, just before dawn.
Basically, we're about 1 minute out. If they're gonna be outside, they're gonna run. Dealing with drug dealer time, you never know when things are gonna happen or what they're doing. It's just part of the game.
For the men in the SWAT team, it's game on.
Country Paris San Solos, search warrant. Country Paris San Solos, search warrant.
Back in your house, please. Back in your house.
3 suspected dealers are detained.
You ain't got nothing else on you? No weapons or nothing? What's your name?
Narcotics.
Crack cocaine here, numerous rocks, and pill bottle.
The search reveals enough evidence to confirm suspicions.
He was laying on it. It's on the bed.
And the raid was a close call. Fingers were on triggers.
He was reaching for it too. We had to tell him, hands.
All right, we good in here?
I think we're good.
In the gray light of dawn, Puckett reviews the night's work.
We got crack cocaine. We got a large sum of money. We have 3 subjects right now. Nobody got hurt. Pretty much textbook, and we got some dope off the street, and bad guys go to jail.
Drug mule Sam has reached the outskirts of New Orleans. He's on yet another run from Texas to Mardi Gras. He's dodged the police along the I-10. But his boss Escobar knows Uncle Sam can still get robbed by local gangs.
Some guys in New Orleans, they think they can just bully he gets jacked or anything, and it ain't gonna be nice. You know, might be sniped, bombed. We don't give a
Mardi Gras in New Orleans. For the tourists, the celebration is in full swing. For the dealers, there's only one more week to turn a profit. PC Slim's dealing the last of his Molly. When he runs out of product, the competition will move in and take over his territory.
In the game, everybody is vying for the top spot to make the most money. Ain't gonna be but one winner, and that's me. I sell crack cocaine, I sell marijuana, I sell pills, mollies, whatever, any kind of dope.
Shadow is an up-and-coming street dealer, but when Mardi Gras comes to town, he puts his real drugs away in favor of something far more profitable.
I sell fake drugs. When you give somebody a fake drug, it's called bunking. Bunking them or selling them a whammy. This is city New Orleans, I'm hustling. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Shadow, I'm out here.
It's Shadow's first night downtown, selling his fake drugs.
I sell baking soda, baby powder. I'll sell you anything, soap powder. If you buy it, I'll sell it. Y'all good, huh? How y'all doing? Y'all come out of town? When I'm in my neighborhood, it's different. Going in my hood, I'm on the real deal, you know? So I just do this in a quarter when the tourists come down. Mardi Gras mean do what the you want to. I sell you a bad bag of dope in a heartbeat.
By selling fake drugs, Shadow knows that repeat business is not an option.
You come in town as a tourist, you don't know how the dope gonna look. You never seen my dope before. I never seen you before. After this SWAT, we ain't gonna see each other no more. I can put it how I want it.
PC Slim is playing a different game.
Meet me up. I'm on the spot.
He wants his customers to trust him.
If you're a real hustler, you can build up a good bit of clientele. They're gonna spend their money with you. And you wanna build that kind of relationship with a person. Let them know, hey, you ain't gonna get over.
Like PC Slim, Shadow also comes from the lower 9th Ward. It's the poorest part of New Orleans.
What I do is I survive. Surviving entails doing whatever you gotta do to compete out here. Everybody's trying to be ahead of the next person. It's a hunger game.
Shadow survived Hurricane Katrina, the worst natural disaster to hit the U.S. in recent years.
This is the area where Katrina did most damage. This is 9 years later. We damn near we living in a third world country over here. Look at the streets, look at that. You wouldn't raise your kids in an area like this. This is what they call a ghost town.
For Shadow, the derelict buildings offer a perfect spot for his stash house. Tonight, he's prepping the last of his fake crack.
This a headache powder. Same stuff you take for your headache. Put it on that top like that. Y'all see that? Now it look like Coke? That pure China white. Put that fire under that thing. It's gonna melt up. You gotta whip this up. It's called whipping it right here. We call this a $50 half. Half of 100. 2 packs pay $2 to make $100. In a hustler's mind, this is a job to him, because he feel like he's putting in a lot of time. That's gonna hurt. No, we're gonna let it sit. So I have 2 types of customers. I have what you call satisfied, and I have what you call dissatisfied. Ultimately, the game is as long as I'm satisfied at the end of it. This New Orleans, it's dirty. They don't call it the dirty South for nothing. What's up? How you doing, baby?
It's 8:45 p.m. and 6 days till the end of Mardi Gras. Shadow hits the French Quarter again with his fake drugs.
What's up, big brother? How y'all doing? What's up, man? Hey, man, how'd you right quick? Hey, look, where you from, man?
I gotta catch up.
All right, buddy. All right, buddy. What's up, big brother? Straight, huh? All right, big brother. How did you be? I said, what's up, big brother? How did you?
Over the party season, Shadow's hoping to make $8,000. With that, he could take his dealing to another level.
The first thing I do, my 8,000, I have to go see the man. I have to go see the big dude with the dope. I had to go re-up. I had to go scope me some big dope. You know, I gotta keep my market out there. You know, that's what I make money, you know, spend money to make money. You know, so the 8,000 is for me to flip it. Make 8, turn 8 to 16, turn 16 to 32, and so on and so forth.
If he wants to reach his target of $8,000, he's going to have to sell fake drugs on the same turf as dealers selling real drugs.
I don't care who I gotta step on to get to where I need to be.
But dealers like PC Slim don't like interlopers.
You stay on your side, man, we gonna stay on our side. If you cross us, you're gonna get burnt up over here.
New Orleans. Mardi Gras is estimated to bring $300 million to the city, and the dealers are making a killing. PC Slim's Molly has arrived, and he's making up fresh capsules with the raw drug.
This is my Molly's, you know what I'm saying?
He's halfway to his target of $12,000, but there are only 5 days left in Mardi Gras.
This is called Molly World right here.
But PC Slim's got himself some competition. Fake drug dealer Shadow is mixing up a batch of his own.
I was gonna get my next dollar.
He's moving into Molly, fake Molly.
A bag of flour cost what, $2, $3? Oh, this Mardi Gras. People down here to party. They ain't got time to be looking for nobody who sold them bad drugs. They gonna cut their losses and they gonna keep moving. It's all about the hustle to me, you know? That's the game I'm in.
With lower operating costs than PC Slim, Shadow's on target to make his $8,000 before the party's over. But he's gonna have to do it on PC Slim's turf.
What's up, big brother? Yeah, y'all good out here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all straight? Y'all need nothing? What's up? What's up, big brother?
At the other end of Bourbon Street, PC Slim is selling the real deal.
See the Molly, the little capsule, cost you $25. 25, you heard me?
The last thing he wants is someone dealing fake drugs on his patch.
To the out here balking, hey, good luck, homie. We'll see your ass going through one of these mortuaries or funeral homes, you know what I'm saying?
As the dealers battle to reach their targets, they look beyond the tourists to meet the needs of some old customers. Workers in the sex industry need drugs, not to party, but to stay awake.
I'm gonna smoke throughout the night. If I'm dancing all night, I'm gonna smoke all night because it's gonna keep me up so that I can make more money.
During Mardi Gras, the sex industry goes into overdrive, and the flood of visitors creates a chance to do a little business on the side.
A lot of tourists ask for it. When they come out here, they're gonna try to find somebody that's from New Orleans so they can go find whatever dope they want. They're gonna pay me for coming to them. They're gonna pay me for going and get it.
Whether it's cocaine, crack, or Molly, the customer always has to be prepared to spend big.
I'm not calling my boy for no $20, $30, $50. You gotta want 100 and up for me to even make a call for you, especially when I'm at work.
With J-Body, the harder you party, the more likely you are to become her target.
You find like the ones that's the drunkest, and you're gonna make the most money off them, because they don't know which way they're going. I'm gonna just take it and go. What they gonna do, call the police? They ain't gonna have them. That's all it is out here for Mardi Gras. Perfect time, perfect opportunity.
It's 11 p.m. on Bourbon Street. It's a busy night for J-Body. She needs to get hold of 2 grams of cocaine for a customer.
Yeah, bro.
She puts in a call.
What's up, baby?
Where you at?
Man, I'm out here on bourbon, man. I'm doing me, man. I'm trying to make a sale right quick, you know?
Shadow isn't carrying any real drugs.
But I'm gonna be about 25 minutes. You're gonna wait for me. If not, make your move, you heard me?
He's missing a hard sale.
$200 sale for some real, but I ain't on that right now. I'm missing out.
But he's gambling that he can make more selling fake. Drug dealing through the strip clubs is a big money earner. When J-Body can't buy from one supplier, there's always another ready to take his place.
I go out every night, different strip clubs, nightclubs, sell my product. I like to deal with strippers. I don't hang on the corner or anything like that. I can move around, I can cover more territory like that. If your product is the best, that clientele gonna always love you.
Tonight, Hammer's prepping the last of his kilo. His product looks pure, but looks can be deceiving.
I cut it, but not as much, so I use caffeine. It's like keep them awake, keep them energized. It won't hurt the body. They can't tell if it's cut.
He used to be a street-level dealer, but specializing in cocaine put him in the fast lane.
I feel like cocaine is a high-powered drug. It's fast money. I feel to me any other drug is real slow.
If anyone tries to work in his clubs, he's not going to stand by and watch.
Don't get in my way. You don't want to do that. I'm not doing Mardi Gras. There's a lot of money for me to be made for Mardi Gras. It's all about the respect. You stay in your own lane, you'll be okay. Once you start getting out your lane, who can't pick up a gun and kill someone?
Go.
The anti-drug team is continuing its clampdown on dangerous dealers looking to profit from Mardi Gras.
Come behind you, coming behind you, coming behind you, coming behind you, coming behind you.
The anti-drug team has just detained an out-of-town drug dealer.
Go ahead. Turn around, ma'am. You have 5. Secondary's complete. Residence clear. That's how you doing, ma'am. Detective Puckett with the Drug Task Force. Okay? We have a search warrant for your residence. We also have 3 arrest warrants for you, okay?
I got 3 arrest warrants.
For distribution. You sold to undercover.
How did I sell to undercover?
Well, you did.
Somebody give me a call.
With the Louisiana authorities in overdrive, back in Houston, drug trafficker Escobar is getting a little worried.
Pretty stressed. I just gotta ride around and wait for that phone call, man.
His armed escort has lost track of his mule, Uncle Sam, just as he reached New Orleans.
I have no idea why they lost vision of him. The devil don't sleep, so who knows? The devil don't sleep.
With loads worth tens of thousands of dollars, there's always a risk a mule will simply drive off with the drugs.
Just decided my day up today. I don't want to think negative because he's never done this type of before. That dude is one of my best mules. It's not normal. It's not normal at all. It could be the cops. It could be the cops that got this fool.
In 2012 and 2013, Louisiana cops have busted over 2,000 drug traffickers.
I got caught with the drugs, which got me 3 years. The convictions I got now, I just can't take that chance, so I take it slow.
Both been trafficked for 2 years and had one favorite place to pick up.
Texas has been a good location for us, to travel to get our drugs. I-10, that's the route, I-10. Yep, it's a lot of drugs coming down 10.
He used to bring in ounces. Now he doesn't even buy grams.
This here Your well-known $20 bags.
Instead, he's a user.
Man, it's not that bad. $20.
Bofin knows plenty of drug houses in the lower 9th Ward. This is one of many places he has access to.
I do it every day. This will not be the last one, I tell you that.
For 3 years, he injected heroin. Now he thinks he has his addiction under control.
I just mainly snort it right now. You know, I'm trying to stay away from the needle, because once you get there, it'd be like hard to shake back.
Bofin buys small amounts so he doesn't attract attention from the police. It means he's always looking to buy his next hit. His background in drug running means he's well connected.
Well, right now, I say the 9th Ward, holding it down with the drugs. I don't have to go nowhere else. Right in my backyard. Any time of the day, I can call and get it. Hello? Where you at with it? Oh, you in the east?
But scoring today is not so easy. The dealers are busy working the parades.
I'm crowding the shop? All right, I'm gonna head that way. I'm gonna call you when I'm close. All right.
To get his next fix, he has to chase his dealer. But when he's desperate, he'll do whatever it takes to score.
I've been robbed and did, you know, a lot of different things to get myself where I need to be, you know. When it's crunch time, it's crunch time. You're gonna do whatever you gotta do. By any means, I'm gonna get this dope, you know. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. And that's the scary part of it.
Meanwhile, Escobar is desperate to figure out what happened to his missing mule.
Hello. Yo.
At last, the call he's been waiting for from Uncle Sam's armed support.
Give me some news, bro. What's going on? Man, everyone down there in New Orleans, they were trying to kill us when they started following us. They were trying to jack us. Instead of going one way, we went another way.
A rival gang has just tried to rob his drug mule. In the ensuing chaos, the armed support got separated from Uncle Sam.
And they followed him there maybe like 3 or 4 blocks. Any of our guys get hurt? You know, there was a crowd there, so we didn't want to, open fire. No, that's good, man.
The mule is almost back in Houston.
Be here a couple hours, man. So, all right, that's what it is, though, man. That's what it is. All right. Man, I feel like Sunday right now, like Jesus just talked to me right now. They try to jack us. They got.
I'm getting paper chasing. And that's how we hustle. All day, every day.
Back in New Orleans, PC Slim is selling Molly. But he's only got 2 days until the tourists leave, and Mardi Gras is over.
This is what I got, this is my price, this is what it's going for. You want it or you don't.
But no one's buying. PC Slim is never going to reach his $12,000 target for Mardi Gras.
Everything out here today.
Shadow's circling the outskirts of the French Quarter, selling his fake Molly.
I gotta keep moving, and I gotta keep scanning because it's all about location. Give me a nice crowd of people. Wherever the money flowing heavy, I try to set me up a parameter around there to where I can make my money.
To reach his target of $8,000, he has to attract every customer he can.
Wherever you see some people drinking at, you gotta have some dope. They're gonna need some drugs wherever they at.
Shadow has to deal quietly. If tourists cotton on to the scam, sales will flatline for everyone.
If I move too fast with it, word get around that they got some guy out here not selling real drugs, and I'm gonna mess the hustle game up for everybody out here. So I gotta pick my spots.
But the word has got out. PC Slim's sales of real Molly are already dropping through the floor, and someone's gonna pay.
You out there bonking. I don't give a how big your clique is in the streets. You with me, you're crossing me wrong, it's going down, and we gonna let you have it. Stay the out of my way.
New Orleans. 2 weeks of partying has built to a frenzy. It's the last night of Mardi Gras. PC Slim has $1,000 of Molly left to sell.
You heard me? You ain't gotta be paranoid.
But some customers are reluctant to buy.
I'm not selling nothing fake. You gonna get the real, you heard me?
What's that, Pop? Right, huh?
Shadow's on the outskirts of the French Quarter, selling his fake Molly.
Happy Mardi Gras, how y'all doing? It's a good spot right here. If I can get in the mix of this crowd, make me about 4 or 5 sales right quick. What's up, baby? Excuse me. Happy Mardi Gras. See if I can see a couple of prospects up in here.
The sales are going well, but he knows he's playing a dangerous game.
You see the drug, it look good to you, you're ready to make the swap. We make the swap, I'm gone. I may go up this strip right here, I may get me a good 8 people before the word get out that this strip, and somebody on it just messing up everything, so now I may have to move next street over and test them and so on and so forth.
Slim's meeting up with other street dealers. They've also lost business due to fake Molly on the streets.
Some selling fake. That's gonna be the ones that gonna get slammed.
PC Slim decides to fix the problem once and for all.
If you bunking, they're gonna be the ones that get killed. They gonna get smashed. Gonna smash you.
Tonight, the guns are out.
If a get in my way, he gonna get that.
Getting weapons in New Orleans is all about knowing the right person.
I know everybody with everything. It's easy to get them. Get you a Glock 40, 250, 300, brand new in boxes. Get you an AK. I could get you a grenade for 500.
Violence is no stranger to New Orleans. Last year, a shooting on Bourbon Street stunned the Mardi Gras partygoers. The DEA have also learned that there's a dealer selling fake drugs. Ready for trouble, they stake out the French Quarter.
Local community and people who are tourists who come here and spend millions of dollars every year, we want to make sure we keep them safe.
But tension is rising.
You throw in that on top of a person that might be armed or working with a group of guys who are armed, that causes some significant problems for us.
It's 10 o'clock, and the number of police on the street is making Shadow's job harder.
Once it start clearing out, then the police start seeing things. You know, as long as it's crowded, I can maneuver and I can make my moves. Streets crowded, we having fun in this. Trying to make the money, police right there. Can't make no money right here. It's a bad spot right there. Get on around this corner so the police can't see. That's how we do it down here. Y'all right, huh? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Mardi Gras. Y'all good, huh? I got a phone call coming in. Somebody called him. Let's see what it's there.
Avoiding the cops is hard enough. Now Shadow gets a tip-off from a friend that some local dealers are out to kill him.
Not only are the people who I'm selling the fake drugs to mad, now the hustlers, the one with the real dope, they're mad too, so I'm a target. Now they looking for whoever is selling the bad drug, because I'm making business bad for everybody.
Shadow now has to decide whether or not to risk making the last deals of Mardi Gras. He knows the threat from other dealers is very real.
All
everybody gotta be strong, you hear me? You gotta just stay strong, you hear me, and just be loyal to your partners, you hear me? You hear me? That one thing about New Orleans, you don't be loyal, you gonna bust your melon, you hear me?
It's the last night of Mardi Gras. PC Slim and his gang are trying to get a fake drug dealer off the street.
I remember that.
But for Shadow, the temptation of working the last night is too great.
I gotta do what I gotta do, handling my business, and just taking advantage of an opportunity that only come once a year.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win this fight. You getting hit.
PC Slim now is a gang of 5, gunning for the dealer in fake drugs.
I got a little squad, you heard me? SDB boys, shake them down boys. You got no other choice but to kill him.
Stand here waiting on a cell. Seemed like they was trailing me from the other side. I'm trying to see what way they coming so I can go the opposite way.
Shadow is feeling the pressure.
That's why I'm hiding behind the building. I gotta see what they at before I make another move.
Then Shadow's luck runs out.
I done got spotted, so this area bad for me.
He's escaped, this time. Midnight brings even more police officers for the traditional clear-out of the French Quarter. For Shadow, his evening's takings have put him over his target of $8,000.
Mardi Gras for me, as you can see, it was wonderful. I met my quota. I'm gonna take this money here and I'm gonna flip it. That would give me about 2 ounces of real dope and just turn up in my hood, you know, so I'm good right now. I met my quota. I went to Mardi Gras with $25 in my pocket.
He pursued a high-return strategy, and it almost cost him his life.
I felt like, my safety was, was at risk, so I had to make a move. I had to leave the French Quarter. It got so bad.
But next Mardi Gras, he's gonna sell fake drugs again.
I can't wait till next year. Can't wait till my tourists come back. I love y'all. Keep it coming, baby. We're gonna do it again next year.
Over the course of this Mardi Gras, there were more than 600 arrests for drug and alcohol offenses. That's an increase of 70% on the previous year. PC Slim failed to stop Shadow from selling fake drugs, but he's only $700 short of his $12,000 target, and he's happy with what he got.
We hit a nice target. I'm where I want to be.
But it's not enough to take him up the ladder from street dealing. PC Slim has a message for his competitors.
Some make it, some don't. I've been in this game since I was like 13 years old. And I'm almost 40. They gonna go out before I go out. I'm energized, Bunny, you hear me? Keep going and going and going, cause I don't give a.
Tourists may not see the turf wars between rival gangs, but on the streets of New Orleans, it's a deadly battle for precious business that Mardi Gras brings to town.